Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center here in Bethpage, New York. It's time once again for more varsity hockey action for the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. With Gabe Takuri, Izzy Clayton, Rowan Lonick, Anthony Papazera, and Sam Musnick, I'm Brady Campbell. Full crew here tonight from our LISN family for two games, the first of which the East Meadow Levittown Hicksville Ice Falcons taking on the Syosset Jericho Braves. Ice Falcons still looking for their first victory of the season. Last time out back on the 12th, we had that one covered. It was a 13-3 loss to Half Hollow Hills. The Hornets really took it to them from start to finish. There were some bright spots, one of which being Luca Hafner picking up his first 3 goals on the season. And, of course, Maxton Schafferin assisted on 2 of them. And that duo was certainly dynamic in that one. Meanwhile, for the Braves, they're 3-3-1. That one came in their last game against Valley Stream Sewanaka Lynbrook. And 3 goals for the Braves, and that one coming from Disqui, Tokarski, and Werfel. Schoenberg and Suma, or rather, excuse me, Schoenberg got a goal as well. Suma played between the pipes in that one for the Braves and got them a tie out of it. They're 2 points out of third, so they're right in the thick of things. They haven't lost a game since November the 30th, 7-2 against Manhasset Great Neck Port Washington. Meanwhile, East Meadow, they're 7 points out of 6, so of course they're at the bottom. And they have some ground to cover if they want to get back into the thick of the standings, but they can catch up a little bit with a win here tonight, which would be their first on the season. Maxton Schafferin leads in all offensive categories for them. Well, warm-up's just about concluded. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have the starting goalies and puck drop. Don't go anywhere. You are tuned in to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. We're right back here on the LI Sports Network. New York Islanders High School Hockey League, Syosset Jericho Varsity against East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville. The starting goalies for the Ice Falcons, it'll be Jack Alvey. Alvey wears number 29. He started 10.59 goals against. He's 0-4. He's opposed by number 41, Brendan Mitnick. 1 game started, 5.00 goals against. He's 1-0, though. And he defends the goal for the Braves as the puck's down. We're underway, and Alvey has to make a stop right out of the gates. His Ice Falcons wearing the road blue tonight, and the Braves, of course, in the white jerseys. As this one pops out towards the circle, it hit a body in front off the try from Wesley Siegler. Siegler parks himself in the slot. They're looking for him again, and he got a shot away. It didn't make it through, and here's Shafrin powering out to neutral ice. Into the zone, knocked off his stick, followed up by Ashton Phillips. He had it knocked away from him, however, and now it's Jason Panza. Sweeps it around the board. Shafrin gets to it. He's defended there by Joseph Finelli. Shafrin gets turned into the corner, now pressed there by Finelli. Puck gets kicked free up the boards, and this is Siegler. Siegler, stretch pass on to Max Schoenberg. Number 97 puts it in deep and heads off for a change. Anthony Menachino under pressure, and a dangerous pass got deflected behind the goal, and then Miko Maya out to help. Back for Menachino, who finds some room here to navigate through his own zone and springs it out for Shafrin towards the end of his shift. Just tries to throw one towards the goal. It was knocked down. Panza on the forecheck, but it gets wrapped around the boards for Aiden Cleary. Cleary with some time. Tries to stretch it out to Chung. It hits off of him from the wrong side. The red goes down the ice, icing here against the Braves. Syosset team pretty much as even as you could get so far through the season. 3-3-1. They have a 0 goal differential. 40 penalty minutes so far in total. Can't take any opponent lightly, though. This Ice Falcons team certainly has some stars on it, as here come the Braves. 2-on-1 shot. What a save by Alvey. He got the glove on it and is able to cover to get the whistle as he robs Aiden Cleary from the circle. Cleary, second in points on the team with 7 this year. He's got 5 goals, 2 assists. He was looking for a 6, Gino, and somehow couldn't bury that one. What a save by Alvey. Back in comes Shemilovic. Shlemovich had the puck knocked away, and this is Cleary. Just puts it deep, but it's taken right back here by the Ice Falcons, and then the giveaway. Cleary from the circle. It's off a stick. It goes wide. He puts it right back through the crease, and the rebound try fired wide. The net comes off. We get a whistle. Winston Chung couldn't get the rebound to go. Sam Musnick as our replay for us. How about this look? Doesn't get served up on more of a platter than that for Cleary. Just took an extra half second, had his shot blocked. Great recovery there by the Ice Falcons. Still a crucial look for Chung, and he could not get it to go. Here on this Tuesday night, Nassau hockey. The Ice Falcons, we should mention, have a pretty short bench tonight compared to that of the Braves. Only got about 3 skaters on the bench, plus another goalie as this ends up out of play. That's Thomas Primrose, the backup tonight. The Braves have, say, at least about 10 skaters on their bench. 2.5 gone here in the first, still scoreless. Not for a lack of chances for Syosset so far. Back in comes David Bartlett. Bartlett under pressure from Brendan Russo, and Russo clears it out to Shafrin. Shafrin gets the red, holds on to it at the blue, cuts back. Shafrin to the high slot, takes a shot that misses over the cage. Russo will just hammer in the round. First one there, however, is Finelli. Didn't get much on the clearing attempt, and Menachino holds it in. Knocked off his stick, comes to the line. This is delayed offside. Shafrin thought he held it. Linesman disagrees. That'll allow Schoenberg to bring it back in. Nice move. Has it poked off his stick. And back out comes East Meadow. Phillips gets tied up. Syosset will reset. Siegler. Stretch pass ahead, moving in. Siegler throws it down low and was looking for Finelli, who's just out of his reach. Finelli gets to it in the corner, takes it out to the line. Backhand saucer pass across. DiPiero, a shot, didn't make it through. Rebound behind the goal, played back in front, knocked away. Russo will clear it out. Shaffrin. Short shifts tonight, and you expect Maxton Shaffrin to be out there and log a lot of ice time. Braves clear the head. This is Gimarino. Throws it to DP Arrow, trying to get his hand free. Throws it back door, backhand try. 1 and go. Jack Alvey has had to be good tonight, and, well, he has been. 10:52 left first period. Another big save for number 29. Face off to his left. It's been all Braves of Syosset Jericho so far. DP Arrow trying to move it around Whitman. Whitman didn't make it easy on him, but it comes to Evgeny Tokarski, and Gino Tokarski puts it deep. Banked up ahead now for Jaden Cruz, though, and the Ice Falcons are out. They'll throw it in from the red line. And this is Bostwick. Up the boards, chipped ahead Tokarski. It's a foot race. Getting there first will be Miko Maya. He just hammers it up the boards. And now numbers here for the Ice Falcons. Shaffrin to the circle. Tries to slide it in front. It ended up on goal where it was kicked away by Mitnick. And now a chance here coming back for the Braves. 2-on-2 up the ice. Trying to get a pass through. Unable to do so, G. Marino. And now Whitman back in. Whitman will take a shot. Testing Mitnick, blocker save. And now Asher DiPiero. DiPiero, stretch pass out to the captain, Aiden Cleary. Puts it around the defender, gets in after in the corner. Cleary drops it off for Eli Werfel, his try. Stopped and off to the corner. Werfel's got 7 goals on the year. He leads the team in points with 9. Try from the line. They were looking for the deflection. Winston Chung was in front. Hopped over his stick. Now it's Schoenberg behind the cage. To the circle. Curls back to the forehand. Slides it across. And he had a man in the bumper spot. Chung fanned on it. Tries to go up the board. Shaffrin intercepts and will just clear the zone. 6 minutes gone. First period. Ice tilted in favor of Syosset. Jack Alvey, though, has stood on his head here early. He's Meadow trying to come back with it, but it's taken away by Joseph Finelli. Finelli will get it deep. The forecheck once again doing wonders as Werfel takes it, then gave it away, trying to wrestle it back. But it comes to Phillips, and he flips it out towards Menachino. Fired right back in. Cleary in after it. Will reverse hit, centering pass. That one wouldn't go either. Jack Alvey. Another big save in tight. This time he robs Eli Werfel. Keeps this game scoreless. How about the work of this line? Werfel and Cleary. Certainly been a duo here tonight. Cleary puts a little reverse check here on the defender and is able to center it. Alvey's been good here, locked in the opening period. High off the glass and out for the Falcons. Schlemovich on to Reiser. Ethan Reiser slides a pass across. It hopped the stick of Chu. Slides one up to the point. A shot misses. Comes around to the near side. Ethan Schlemovich working down towards the circle. Gets his stick free. Put it wide. Great job by the defenseman Schlemovich to create an opportunity for himself in tight. Just pulled it a bit. And then a big collision right here in front of us. Schlemovich and Phillips collide. And we get a whistle as the puck ended up in the Ice Falcons bench. Just about half a period played here. First of 2 games. We got Farmingdale and Cold Spring Harbor up next. CSH just 1 win on the season themselves. Farmingdale definitely on the right track after a tough year last year. They've bounced back after a rough start, and they're just 2 games under 500 now. Braves come right back in. And that one wouldn't find the back of the net from Finelli. Finelli's been all over the ice here in the opening period. Drops it off. Now D-to-D pass. Schoenberg moves it. This is Gimarino, a heavy shot. Glove save, Alvey. No rebound. Massimiliano Giamarino let that one fly. Alvey with a big save. Keeps the game scoreless. Another O-zone face-off win, however, for Syosset. Shot on blocker save, Alvey. Puck ends up behind the cage. Centering pass. Alvey swimming in his crease. Braves unable to throw it back to the net, though. Schafrin digging at it. Goes to the corner. Taken by Syosset once again. Behind the goal. This is Tokarski. Centers in it. Popped in on goal. It's still loose and cleared out by the Ice Falcons. No icing here as Schoenberg will get back on it. Turned over. Schafrin fired one wide. You don't want to give him that look, especially when you've been dominating possession time here so far in the opening period. And Maxton Schafrin nearly made Syosset pay for that turnover. So it's icing here against Syosset. Unlike the NHL, they'll get a few changes here. As Tokarski and Reiser will sit. Ends up behind the goal here. This is Sakulis. Stretch pass ahead for Chung. Chung got the line, but not much further. And now double teamed here is Sakulis. And it goes in deep. Escher DiPiero back on it. DiPiero up the boards to the line. Fought out by Cleary, but great job wrestling it away by Maya. Cleary from just shy of the red line hammers it in, and DiPiero will restart. From the red, stretches it out to Cleary. 4-on-2 here for Syosset. Down low, comes back to Cleary. His try blocked, and then they score on the rebound. I'm not sure if Alvey picked up that initial shot. It hit a man in front, and it's Eli Werfel, his team leading 8th of the season, 1-0 Braves. What a play here by DiPiero. Starts the play with the outlet pass, joins the rush. Errant pass, kicks on back to Cleary, gets the shot almost through it. Hit a man in front, and that, I think, made Alvey kind of lose sight of the puck, and Werfel with one hand on the backhand able to stuff it through. And the Braves draw first blood. Here he is again on the backhand, slides it back door. And they score again, I believe. The net came off, they do. And two quick goals for Sachem. They lead it 2-0. This one's Cleary. This time Werfel will pick up the helper to Cleary. A little 2-on-1 there down low. The backhand pass. Alvey doing all he can, but Cleary jams that one home. And the Braves finally breaking through here. They lead it 2-0 with 5.5 left in the opening period. How will the Ice Falcons respond? Schafrin flips one wide. I've not tested Brendan Mitnick all that much. This is Finelli back in. Finelli with speed takes it wide. That one stayed out. Looked like it hit the bar. Phillips back the other way. 3-on-2 for East Meadow. Phillips tried to put it around Reiser, and that slowed the play down. And now the Braves will look to clear. It comes back to the line, held in by Menachino. Schafrin and Schoenberg in after it. Schoenberg wins that battle. Battle of the Maxes there in the corner. Turned on by Menachino. Save made. And this is Sortrios Sakulis up the boards. And now Bartlett off the glass and out. I believe it'll slow up here to avoid an icing. And East Meadow sweeps it out. This is Ashton Phillips. Phillips takes it wide over the line. No points on the season for Ashton Phillips so far, and that's a key reason why the Falcons are where they're at. He's had his chances, though. Speaking of chances, a save by Alvey on Finelli from the slot. Schafrin, and then get it out. Tokarski slides it over. Another pass. Backdoor. Alvey way out of his cage and missing the net that time was Gimarino. Might want that one back. A shot on blocker save. Alvey on DiPiero. Here he is again. Shoots one towards the goal. Blocked down. And the Falcons will clear. Schafrin calling for it. Oh, what a read that time. Saving a breakaway was Schoenberg. And now defense of the Falcons in the change. Right back in come the Braves. And Alvey bails him out once. Bails him out a second time. Oh boy, this game could be a lot worse for East Meadow than it is if not for the play of number 29 between the pipes here in the first period. An aggressive save at the top of his crease. An aggressive two there. Not out of the woods yet, though, as a shot on save made. Rebound score! And they do get the goal, and it is Massimiliano Gimarino with 3:01 left in the first period. 3-0 Braves. Through traffic, Gimarino's just going to fire this one against the grain here. High glove. Alvey can't pick it up at all with the traffic in front. Perfectly placed shot. And Cleary brings it right back in as a teammate driving towards the goal. It's Werfel. Tried to jam it through, could not. The rebound chipped home. All Braves here in the first. Winston Chung gets the rebound and cleans it up 4-0. Only so much here that Alvey can do. Another on-man rush right off the face-off. First save, a big one there for Alvey, but he's taken out of position. It's all Syosset right now as Chung picks up his third goal of the season. They come right back in. Chung gets it to his forehand, spins it wide. At this point, Ice Falcons just trying to get to the horn. They've had minimal chances, but they have had a few. They'd love to steal a goal or two before getting to the end of the period. But they have to stop the bleeding. Chung holds it in. Takes the shot, misses. Werfel centers it in front, and the one-timer fanned on by Chung. The pass was a bit too far out in front of him. Ethan Cleary, the captain, takes it to the circle, rips a pass across. It was deflected away, and this is Whitman. Gets the red, goes up to Phillips. It's knocked off his stick, and Cleary had it knocked away, and he looks skyward. And we get a whistle here. Not sure what, I believe a penalty. Looks like too many players here against Syosset. Just what the doctor ordered for East Meadow, as they'll get the game's first power play, down 4-0, trying to get a late goal here in the first period. Serving the penalty will be Joseph Finelli. Tough break for Syosset in what has otherwise been a dominant period, but they'll look to close it out strong as they get the face-off win and the clear as we approach 90 seconds left in the opening frame. And here's Tokarski, first one in on it, but he was checked into the wall and back the other way, Maya. Across for Schafrin. Schafrin, high slot, looking. Schafrin fakes the shot, lost the handle, and gives it away to Schoenberg, who outlets towards Siegler. Siegler makes a move. Short range, they try backhand, and a left pad save by Alvey as he kicked it away. Cleared out with 60 seconds left here, and it's fired right back down the ice by the Braves. This is Harry Whitman with plenty of room to skate up ice. Gains the zone. Whitman drops it to Schafrin. Schafrin, nice move from the line. Schafrin takes a shot. Glove save by Mitnick. One of his biggest tests so far of the evening. Most of the play so far this season. We mentioned Mitnick only started one game. It's been Nicholas Suma, who's played in 6 so far. Meanwhile, short end to chance. Cleary! Nearly a dangerous collision there, but Alvey avoided the worst of it as he got bumped by Miko Maya. Cleary got sandwiched as he tried to take it towards the goal. Final 20 of the period. If they don't score here, East Meadow will still have minimal time left on the power play, about 19 seconds. Anthony Menachino, just 5 seconds left in the period, skates it up ice. Menachino over the line. He's going to run out of time. One last clear, and a dominant first period closed out by Syosset. It will be 18 seconds of power play time for East Meadow. 4-0 Braves when we come back here. The second period on the way on the LI Sports Network. Back for period number 2, New York Islanders High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. Second period just about set to go. 18 seconds left on the power play for East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville. To start the second as they are trailing Syosset Jericho 4-0. 3-point performances already from Eli Werfel as well as Aiden Cleary. Each have a goal and 2 assists as the puck is down on the middle frame. Final seconds here of the man advantage for East Meadow, and it doesn't look like they'll get anything out of it as Syosset brings it in the offensive zone. 2 seconds and 1. Stepping out of the box, Finelli. And the crucial kill for Syosset keeps them ahead by 4 to start period number 2. With Gabe Takuri, Sam Musnick, Anthony Papasadero, Rowan Laddick, and Izzy Clayton, I'm Brady Campbell here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. Back in comes Syosset. Oh, and an awkward tumble there for Daniel Nicolau. Gets up okay. Stick handling through G. Marino. Behind the net, tried to pick it up for a Michigan. And it would not settle for him. You might be able to get away with that when you're up 4-0. Although it's still early second period, I'm not entirely sure if the coaching staff of Syosset fully would have appreciated that. Unless it worked, of course, as Cleary banks it ahead for Nicolau. He'll put it deep. This is Harry Whitman getting on it for East Meadow. Whitman banks it out. This is Maxton Shaffrin. 2-on-2. Shaffrin tries to slide it through, knocked away. Great defensive play that time by Nicolau, and back ahead comes Cleary with speed, and Whitman on the back check knocks it away. Phillips from his own corner, just trying to settle things down here. Menachino Stretch pass towards Shafran. Whitman looking for Shafran. He would have had a step. Missed him, but it is no icing. And Shafran back on it. Centering pass. Shot blocked in front. Sliding down was DiPiero. And the net comes off behind Mitnick. One of the better looks so far tonight for East Meadow. Couldn't even get it through on goal. DiPiero up 4-0, sacrificing the body to get in front of it. 12:58 left here in the second period. In our first of two, Cold Spring Harbor and Farmingdale. Dalers versus Seahawks coming up next. Centering pass goes wide. Now turned on goal by Werfel, and he scores. Looked like Alvey may have gotten a piece, but off the pipe and in. And Werfel has his second of the game, 4th point of the evening. He's making a solid case for the post-game interview right now. He's making a solid case for one of the top players here at the varsity level. His 9th goal of the season. And he's already at 13 points. Near takeaway again in the offensive zone, and it's cleared out to Shafran. Shafran 2-on-2. Maxton Shafran snake bitten these last few games in the goal scoring department. He had a few assists last time out. A shot from the line nearly redirected. Didn't make it through, and wouldn't you know it, here comes the linesman to adjust the net again as it pops off its moorings. Not only Werfel scoring, give Aiden Cleary another assist, and Max Schoenberg got the secondary helper as well. Both teams make changes here with a face-off deep in the Syosset zone, and Ice Falcons starting to come back with a little bit of offensive zone time here, but still not a whole lot towards the goal. Centering pass comes all the way through and all the way out, and now it's a foot race for it. Getting to it, DiPiero just able to keep it away from the speedy Shafran. Nicolau sweeps in, tries to stuff in. Alvey holds his post and gets the whistle. Boy, all things considered, it's a 5-0 game, but Jack Alvey has been stellar between the pipes tonight. He did play about half of that last game against Half Hollow Hills. A little bit less than half. He made 9 saves, allowed 8 goals, and that was just some performance by that Hornets team. Backhand try goes high off the stick of Werfel. Pops out again, another save, Alvey, and the rebound put home. And give another to Eli Werfel. It's chilly for Syosset here with 11:29 left in the second period. Alvey doing all he can. But the Syosset Jericho team came to play here tonight as they get it deep again, and the Ice Falcons just looking to get something going as Cruz took a hit from Werfel but avoided most of it. There's Werfel again, tried to tap it towards the front, spinning backhand try from Siegler, missed. Siegler pokes it down the boards. Now it's Jaden Cruz, and the penalty upcoming. This one looks like it might be against East Meadow. Roughing the call against Ashton Phillips, and the first power play of the game for the Syosset Braves early in period number 2. Already with a 6-goal lead. Faceoff will be to the right of Jack Alvey here, and it's a win for the Braves. Cleary Has some time from the circle, lets one fly and misses high, and it wraps all the way around and back out. Resetting Finelli. Up to Cleary. Cleary in no particular hurry here. Springs G. Marino over the line. G. Marino cuts to the backhand. Want to move back to the forehand. Put it high. Stays in. Finelli steps to the circle. Shot never made it through. Finelli back on it. Swings it out in front. Getting the backhand try on was Danny Disqui, and he was stopped. Centering pass taken away. G. Marino forehand try. Save made, and getting on the rebound just before Disqui could get there was Alvey. First time we've called the name of Danny Disqui tonight. He's got a goal and an assist on the season. He's going to get a pretty good look right there, but Alvey able to pounce. Halfway through the penalty. Pete to the bumper spot. One more across, and Alvey got over. So he stopped Schlemovich. Now a feed again to the slot. Alvey fought it off. Well, he's certainly building his highlight reel tonight, that's for sure. Backdoor feed wouldn't go. Half a minute left on the penalty. Another try. Alvey swallows it up. What a sequence for number 2-9. Maybe we could show you about 8 saves from that last sequence. But Sam Musnick going to pick out the very best ones. And how about that? Keeping this game where it's at, which, of course, it's still at a big lead for Syosset, but great performance here tonight. Look out, back door, and a great recovery there by Maya, and Alvey will pounce on it. With just 11 seconds left in the penalty, as Phillips rises to his feet in the box. Face-off wing to the line. This is Chung. Down low, final 5 of the power play. Shot on, and they score! And give another to Aiden Cleary. With 1 second to spare on the power play, and it's 7-0 Braves. I didn't see that one go in. That was blink and you'll miss it there. And he just snaps that one right past Alvey. Werfel gets another point. Chung picks up the back assist. And if you're Phillips, it's a tough break there. Thought you'd at least get through the penalty there in the final seconds. And just before it ended, Syosset breaks through. Soterios Sakoulis for Chu. Gets it deep. Menachino behind his own goal under pressure. Moves it ahead for Russo. One of the captains of the team, Brendan Russo, feathers it out. Sakoulis under pressure. Gets it away to Reiser. Reiser comes back in. Russo took the puck away. Russo takes the shot blocker save. Up the boards it comes, and Menachino all the way around, and here's Zachary Chu. Reiser. Put in deep by Menachino. Snap pass for Schoenberg. Banks down the ice. It's not an icing. It's cleared out just as Syosset made a defensive change. Fresh on the ice, DiPiero moves it in. Backdoor feed towards DiPiero. Had a stick tied up. DiPiero, nice move. Gets free in the circle and buries that one over the glove of Alvey. Just a second before the halfway point of regulation. Asher DiPiero, goal number 3 on the season, and a beauty it was. Little move to get to the circle, a nice deke, and through traffic again, just over the glove of Alvey. Here comes Sachem. This is Syosset, not Sachem. Both the same logo, both called the Braves, and Disque's shot was gloved and held by Alvey. Of course, Sachem participates in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Both start with the letter S. DiPiero scores, and he pops the bottle from distance. All Syosset here in period number 2. Back-to-back goals for Asher DiPiero. That one through traffic right under the bar, and there's nothing that Alvey could do there. Meanwhile, East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville only have 4 out there for the face-off, and they have to reset it as Maya just popped out onto the ice. Finelli on to Nicolau. Nicolau looking backdoor. Goes all the way through, and now this is Chu. Backdoor feed, blocked down in front. Nicolau, centering pass. One more. Backhand try, kicked away. Alvey, rebound, pops out in front, and it pops over Alvey and goes. There's a collision. I believe it's going to count, or is it? As David Bartlett jammed it home and rammed into Alvey in the process, and it looks like it will count. And give another to Syosset, and David Bartlett gets his first of the season. 9-0 Bravos with 6:47 left here in the middle frame. Chu back in. His shot blocked down. Out to the line it comes for Finelli. Has tried to make it through. Centering pass. It's off the apron and right out in the slot. And then given away. Turnaround. Shot glove save. Alvey took it out of midair. Flashing the leather. And it looks like, as we look over to the bench of East Meadow, that might be it for Alvey. And case in point, right on the money, Thomas Primrose climbs over the boards. And Jack Alvey, who's been under siege for most of this hockey game, will finish the night with 6:20 left in the second period. 9 goals allowed, but he certainly made some highlight reel saves as well. Nothing to hang your head about there. And Thomas Primrose will enter the game, number 26. 6 appearances, 4 games started. He's got a 9.06 goals against. He's 0-3. Puck ends up behind the goal, pops out towards the front, and this is Shafrin. Maxton Shafrin over the line. Tries to drag through a couple defenders. Triple team there, had no luck. Behind the net, Schoenberg. Cleary banks it out. This is Shafrin. As it just gets past Ethan Reiser. Reiser will regroup. Pass deflected in by Cleary. What a night it's been for Ethan Cleary. He and Eli Werfel. 5 goals and 6 goals respectively. Or points, I should say. Backdoor feed towards Chung missed. Werfel's got 3 goals. Cleary has 2. Cleary has the puck. Takes it high. Up to DiPiero's got 2. His shot redirected in front. A rebound try. Primrose got there. Now DiPiero again on the backhand. Slides in front. Spinning backhand try missed. It's been all Syosset so far. It's 10-0. The shots on goal are 37-7. With just under 5 minutes left here in the second period. Cleared down the ice, deflected, no icing out of his goal to play it is Mitnick. Stretch pass for DiPiero. Comes out to Cleary. Cleary from the blue line puts it in, heads after it in the corner. Going towards the goal is Chung. Cleary turns with it at the half wall, goes down the boards, and Finelli takes it to the goal on the backhander. He's stopped by Primrose. Menachino through everybody. Menachino put it high. Oh, it's just been that kind of night for East Meadow tonight. Menachino looking to take it coast to coast, everything but the finish as he pulled it high and into the netting. And the puck is down. A quick try, Sheffrin on goal. Save made. And now East Meadow trying to generate some momentum off that chance. Try from the line from Jaden Cruz missed. Put in deep by Disqui. Disqui in front. Rattles around and right through the skates of Chu. Stretch past Sheffrin. Sheffrin trying to make something happen. What a move. Sheffrin inside on the backhand, and he's denied by Mitnick. Oh, there's been some silky mitts here for East Meadow in this last minute. Everything but the finish so far, and they're still looking for their first goal. Finelli centers, intercepted by Phillips. Sheffrin again ahead. Phillips trying to bring it up himself. He was harassed from behind by Disqui. And right back in comes G. Marino, rips a shot. Primrose has got it and gets the cover. And it looks like we reach winding clock here with 2.5 left in the second. Another face-off here deep in the East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville zone, but it comes all the way out. And they're just trying to get on the board here, and they've had some of the best looks of the hockey game, quite frankly. One of them, though, high into the netting. The other one stopped by Brendan Mitnick. Sheffrin chance by far, the biggest save he's had to make. Backdoor feed. Couldn't be settled that time by Siegler. Tries to throw it towards the line. Pinballs around. Looking for it, Werfel. Werfel couldn't get through Phillips. Phillips gets tied up. It comes all the way back out to center. Final 80 seconds of the second period. Ethan Schlemovich deflected on. Drop feed from Siegler to Werfel. Werfel bouncing puck gets knocked down. Look out, still jammed towards the goal. Siegler back out, Schlemovich. D to D, DiPiero. Werfel slides to the cross. Shot on through traffic, save made. Where is it? It's under Primrose. They're still jamming at it and they score. Another one here in the final minute for Syosset, and Eli Werfel is just pouring it on here. And stat padding. Under 40 seconds left in the period. Werfel from Escher, DiPiero. Sheffrin looking for one lead. Sheffrin on the backhand, ran out of room. Final seconds tick away, wrap try, and pinning it against the post is Mitnick, and that'll take us to the end of the second period. Syosset picks up where they left off in the first, and lead it 11-0 after 2. They'll look to close things out in the final 15 minutes here, coming up next on the LI Sports Network. Back for the final 15 minutes here on the LI Sports Network. The New York Islanders High School Hockey League. It's varsity division action. It's an 11-0 lead for the Syosset Jericho Braves over the East Meadow Levittown Hicksville Ice Falcons. Full crew here tonight in Bethpage. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Rowan Lannick, Anthony Papasadero, Izzy Clayton, Sam Musnick, and Gabe Takuri for 2 games. Second one coming up momentarily after this, but now it's Finelli bringing it in. Background try, say Primrose, picking up pretty much where Jack Alvey left off, which, of course, a lot of goals found the back of the net for Syosset, but a couple of masterful saves as well. Syosset back in. Deflected on by Reiser. Reiser, tough angle try. Save made by Primrose. This is banked on by Shaffrin to Whitman. Whitman from a sharp angle blocked off. Comes up to the boards. Tried to flex off a stick and wide. As Ice Falcons still trying to break through. Another try blocked down. Shaffrin turned around from the slot. Got one on goal. Save made Mitnick. Looked like he wanted to keep him moving, but the whistle comes. Meanwhile, for Syosset, second time this year, they've scored over 8. Last time they did that was a little over a week ago, December the 6th, so about 10 days ago. 13-5 win over Bethpage. Shout out Gabe Takuri, our very own Eric Hornick. Dishing out the statistics. Face-off win for Cleary in the defensive zone. Just joining us, he and Eli Werfel have had themselves a night for Syosset. This is Shaffrin, though. It's East Meadow, though, hoping to break through on the score sheet. Cleary's got 2 goals, 3 assists. Shaffrin, 4 goals, 3 assists. So we'll end up on goal, and Primrose will keep play moving. Miko Maya for Whitman. Whitman charging ahead. There's Shaffrin behind him. Curls. Cleary took it away. Whitman, though, dialing up the forecheck pressure here. That comes free to Disqui. Disqui, a nice move. And here he comes, number 2. Being watched by number 2 as Shaffrin on the back check. Disqui centers in, and it's poked away by Maya. Now Menachino back out. Menachino couldn't knife his way through. Played away by Winston Chung. Flipped out towards Chu. Chu gave it up to Menachino. Menachino right back in. To the circle, knocked away and back out. Whitman under pressure from Disqui. Disqui is a teammate going to the goalie, didn't see him. Maya with good defense that time, and he springs Shaffrin. Shaffrin curls back. Shaffrin, defender loses his footing. Shaffrin from the slot, a high shot glove down. And that was Aiden Cleary, who, as the kids would say, had his ankles broken by Maxton Shaffrin. 11:28 and counting left in period number 3. East Meadow has broken double digits in shots. They're at 11. And Syosset, well, they're 4 shots away from 50 on goal. DiPiero on for Bartlett, who got his first of the year. Looking for a second. Blocker save Primrose. Puck up in the air. Chopped at. Kept alive for a moment by Siegler. Now brought back out by Russo. Russo back in. There's a play down the wall. Didn't make it through. A centering pass. Bouncing around. Intercepted. And now Siegler skates to the head. 3-on-2. Siegler offside. One of our first offside calls of the night. Trying to think back to another. It's definitely one of. 10.5 left in the third period. Syosset Jericho well in control of this game. Their next game will be a week from tonight, 2 days before Christmas. They'll look to give their fans the gift of another win. That puck drop at 6:45 versus Valley Stream Sewanaka Lynbrook. So two times in 3 games they'll be facing each other. Siegler pulled one wide. Of course, last time out, those 2 teams played to a 4-4 tie. DiPiero across Siegler. Looking back door, and it's a hat trick for DiPiero. 12-0 Syosset. And the defenseman Asher DiPiero gets goals 3, 4, and 5 on the season here tonight. Although he's actually only credited for 2 now, but I believe that one that went top shelf from the point was him. Either way, he's got multiple goals here tonight with under 10 minutes remaining as we approach 9 minutes left. Ice Falcons still trying to break through before their next one. Day prior, next Monday, 9 p.m. Valley Stream, Sewanaka Lynbrook. Shout out to Ryan Brannigan's cousin Sarah, as we learned last night, from where lives near Sewanaka, I believe. And their team will be in action a busy weekend, or I guess next week for them, coming up against some familiar foes. This is Finelli, 3-on-2. Joseph Finelli in, and Primrose with the blocker save. Turnaround try, no, Werfel feeds it down low. And looks like the net popped off as Reiser was trying to center. So East Meadow, now their 5th loss, or seemingly loss, with 10 plus given up. Obviously not an ideal stat for them. Still got time to turn things around, and look out here. Here's Shafrin, takes it wide. Shafrin just pulled it high. He had Mitnick ducking. He's had a few looks tonight. A lot of them have been fairly high. Mitnick has gloved down a few that may have been actually going over the net. A turnover here. Disque, 3-on-1. Drops it to the slot. Shot on, stopped by Primrose as he makes the save on Chu. Just a little bit past the halfway point of the 3rd period. Reminder coming up next, Farmingdale versus Cold Spring Harbor. 2 schools that the Campbell family is very familiar with on the lacrosse field, but it'll be a matchup here on the ice coming up next. Cold Spring Harbor only has 1 victory on the season. Farmingdale already has basically as many as they did all season. Certainly a bit of a bounce back year for them as they have 4 already. Their last one was a forfeit win, but they don't ask how, they ask how many. Centering pass, Primrose in the splits, kept that one out. Schoenberg goes down the boards. Turning back is Nicolau. Nicolau flips it through everybody and back out. And getting back on this will be Asher DiPiero. DiPiero on for Schoenberg. And offside here as a step out of the play was Daniel Nicolau with 6 minutes remaining. This one goes deep, and pressure from the Braves. On the back pass from Siegler. Return to him in his skates. Wesley Siegler up to Schoenberg. Just throws one towards the goal. It hit the outside of the net. Now Gimarino. Cross ice feed, Cleary. Cleary backdoor. How about that save from Primrose? Not to be outdone by his teammate Alvey. Well, goalie certainly battling here to the final horn tonight for Syosset. Schoenberg shoots. A Primrose rebound score. And this is another one for Massimiliano Gimarino. It's a 13-0 hockey game. With 4.5 left. And the only other goal here for East Meadow is to find the back of the net. So at this juncture, the rest will let him play. Jaden Cruz looking like a running back there, carrying the puck up the ice. Meanwhile, a nice move back in. Finelli shot off a stick and catches the glass. And then that one put into the netting and out of play. May have been a penalty in the NHL, not here in the NYIHSHL. Really sure what's going on there. Maybe we're just having a little fun. As the linesman dropped the puck and neither Werfel nor Russo moved, and then they did the old 1 clap, 2 clap, 3 clap face off. And look out here, 2-on-0, Shafrin. Shafrin fires and he scores. And East Meadow breaks the shutout with 3 minutes to go. Maxton Shafrin fired up his 8th of the season as he roosts one under the bar. So an overall rough night for East Meadow, but a little bit of positivity to take with them into the next game. As Whitman comes in, and they'll look for another. Whitman to the line. Cruz trying to fight through. Shot didn't make it. Shafrin turns and fires, looking for another. May have been punched away by Mitnick as it hit the glass behind him. Centering pass, gets through everybody. Off the boards and out. 2 minutes left. Shafrin back on it under pressure from Winston Chung. Chung got a stick caught up in Shafrin. Whitman will keep play moving. Whitman under pressure from Disqui, and it's a takeaway for Syosset, but Whitman with a nice recovery. Wins possession back for Russo. Russo to the circle, fires and missed. 90 seconds left. Coming towards the slot, but the pass intercepted by Disqui. That was Cruz making himself available. Schoenberg back in. Schoenberg will just take it wide here. Centers, Disqui scores. Danny Disqui on the board. Goal number 2 this season. Could be the final one here of the evening in this one as we hit 60 seconds left. 14-1 game. Back in comes Siegler down the slot. Couldn't pull the trigger. Final half minute. Pass behind his back though, and one more save for Primrose. Just weaving through the slot here. Shlemovich flips it behind the goal. Final 15 seconds. Gimarino centers, and the shot fanned on and missed. Last chance here, East Meadow. You better believe they're going to push it, looking for one more. A shot didn't make it through, and that'll do it. A dominant 14-1 win. Syosset Jericho leads it from the jump, and they don't look back. Solid performance for Mitnick. Stopped 12 of 13. 4 goals, 3 assists for Eli Werfel. 2 goals, 3 assists, Aiden Cleary. 2 goals, 4 assists for Asher DiPiero, as they lead the way for the Braves. And they improve to a game over 500, 4-3-1 on the season, get points 8 and 9. And now they are tied for third place. East Meadow drops to 0-8-0 and will look to get on the board next time. Well, that'll do it for us for now. We should be back momentarily with the post-game interview. Stay tuned. The final tonight, 14-1 Syosset Jericho over East Meadow Lynbrook Hicksville. Or East Meadow Levittown Hicksville. I knew that wasn't correct. My apologies. Stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network.